All right, let's move on to what is arguably the toughest sectional in the state. It's state non-public, Group 4.
Right.
You got Don Bosco Prep, National Power, but St. Augustine is hosting a game in this sectional, which is an accomplishment for them. They went 8-0 this year. They get the right. They host Seton Hall Prep. How do you see this game playing out? Can the Hermits really compete with some of these North Jersey schools?
Well, we're going to find out. Last year they played Notre Dame in the playoffs at Notre Dame, and they won that game. So this is another opportunity. Seton Hall Prep, 8-1, normally thought of as a basketball school.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Farrell, great basketball coach up there. St. Augustine and Seton Hall Prep met in a state basketball final a couple of years ago. Now they meet on the football field. Seton Hall Prep is 8-1. They have a strong ground game, and they're coming down here. And again, we talked about this with the Holy Spirit DePaul game. And DePaul is the only team that beat Seton Hall Prep this year. They beat them in overtime, I think, in week 2 or 3 of the season. Very hard to gauge, because what you're going to get, because you don't have common opponents, and you can only go so far. So again, for St. Augustine, I'm sure the fact that they've got a home game is got to be another big step for them in the evolution of their program.
Sure.
I mean, they've won the school record games. They've won back-to-back Cape Atlantic League National Conference titles. Now they have a home playoff game. I don't think they've had a home playoff game. Off the top of my head, I said you'd have to go back to 1995 when they played for the state Parochial 1 championship. That's their last home game. So just the fact that they have a home playoff game, and a 4-5 game right there, that would tell you basically toss-up right there as far as the seedings go.
Yeah, I mean, I remember last year when we talked about when they went to Notre Dame.
And that was a 4-5 game also.
But at that time we were saying if they could win a game, then to them that's a success. They actually took another step forward. And you're right, this year now they're the other side of the 4-5, and they get the home game. Another proof that the program's building. We talked a lot about Dustin Thomas this year. He broke a lot of Cape Atlantic League records.
Right.
Obviously he's going to have to step up. Darnell Laws as well at running back. Who are some of the guys at the Seton Hall Prep that that the Hermits fans want to look for?
Well, Seton Hall Prep, a couple good running backs. Kevin Mongai, something like that. Not sure of the name right there. Rory Merklinger, sophomore running back, carried the ball 43 times in one game. And Connor Wujak, defensive end. His older brother goes to Maryland. I think his name is Alex Wujak. Mm-hmm. He's a defensive end. This kid's a Division I college prospect right there himself. So, so Seton Hall Prep has talent, but so does St. Augustine. Mm-hmm. And St. Augustine will count it with everybody. The guy on St. Augustine, I think, is kind of getting short-shifted a little bit this year is Gabe Vumard, if only for his defensive play. He's been outstanding defensively. Everybody talks about him as a wide receiver. But defensively, he's constantly opponents' backfield. He's got 4 or 5 sacks. He's really had a great defensive season, and he's kind of been overshadowed a little bit. So there's a lot of talent on the field. What's going to happen in this game? Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, because, again, you've got different parts of the state. You got no frame of reference, and you got talent on both sides.
Well, one thing you know for sure is that the Richland Rowdies will be hyped up.
The Richland Rowdies will be hyped up, and the winner is going to play Don Bosco Prep, because I don't care where you match up teams. Don Bosco, who's one of the best teams in the country, is going to beat Red Bank Catholic, the 8th seed. So the winner of this game will have the experience of going to play Don Bosco.
Best teams in the country.
Right, which will be a great experience. I'm sure St. Augustine, again, you talk about the evolution of a program. Mm-hmm. Well, winning a playoff game and getting to play at Don Bosco would be another step for their program. So, I mean, that's what they're looking at Friday night.